I pinky promised you, Koopy. Koopy.
Alright guys, if you haven't figured it out yet, based on the intro unboxing clips or the title, we're going to be doing wheel bearings on the Duramax. Both driver side and passenger side front wheel bearings. I think the driver side is the one that's really bad, but might as well do them both. So the replacements we're going to be putting on are the Kryptonites. They have Tim Kim bearings in them, they have a lifetime warranty, and Kryptonite's kind of just like the leading aftermarket brand for front end parts on the Duramax. So we also got 2 new CV axle nuts and washers. We got 8 bolts that hold these wheel bearings on, and then we got 2 new O-rings as well as some thread locker. I ordered all this stuff from DMAX store, so if you guys wanted to pick up a set of these, I will have them linked down in the description box below. But without further ado, let's go get these things on the truck. So as you guys can see, it's kind of snowing outside, but I have to get this done. So prop you up on the tripod, and we'll do this together. All right? Stupid, because you don't know what screws it.
Right. Yeah, some are just for beauty and one are some for...
I fucking got it first try. That's called experience.
Attaboy.
Hell yeah. They're way bigger off the truck.
Oh, yeah. They're half the size of you.
Alright guys, so take a 21mm socket, slap that on the back of the caliper bolts. These are pretty tight. It's supposed to be torqued to 221 foot-pounds, and then just yank that thing off.
Get a hold of it. There.
Take a little T30. Break this puppy loose. There's 4 spindle bolts behind the wheel bearing. Just crack them loose. They should be torqued to like 133 foot-pounds, so they might be a little tough, but just, break them loose. And then, because I have the BDS lift, my ABS sensor wire is actually bolted to all the parts of my suspension, so I'm just going to take a 12mm, take all those out, and then you should be free once you get everything off. So let's do that. Alright, so once you get all the bolts out, just tap on the CV axle a little bit with a rubber mallet. It's enough to break it free. You should be able to wiggle this off. Might take a little bit of effort, but just right off like that. Clean off the surface a little bit. That way when you get the new one on, it's nice and clean. Alright guys, so inside your little hub, you got there's an O-ring in here. Pop the old one out. They look alright, but we got a new one, so we're gonna throw the new one in. Just like that.
Just right there.
Just like that. So now we can reinstall all those spindle bolts, torque them to 133 foot-pounds, and you'll be good to go on the spindle bolts.
I didn't get started. The brake caliper's in the way. What?
Did our dumbass put the fucking back plate on upside down?
No.
You sure?
Sure.
No, we did. It goes facing back, not facing forward. Alright guys, you might have caught it. My dumbass put the back plate for the rotor on backwards, so I can't get the rotor on. So we got to pull the wheel bearing back out, switch that around, slap it back on. Adds a few minutes to the job, but we got to do it. Alright, so as you can see, we got the backing plate back right. So now we can get the rotor back on, caliper back on, and spacer and wheel back on. So we're just going to do that real quick, and we'll be good to go. So these caliper bracket bolts go to 221 foot-pounds. So yeah, this is these are fun. There it is. All right, so we're gonna throw it all back together. This CV axle nut is torqued to 177 foot-pounds, and then the rest of it we just kind of go tight. So we're gonna get this all back together. I have no room left on the camera, so we'll be right back when we're done. All right, guys, so that's gonna wrap up the wheel bearings. Both went in pretty easy. Took us what, 3 hours for all of them with having to do it twice. So we're good to go. Snowing out. Huge shout out to my neighbor Derek. Appreciate it. Always nice to have some help, and made it go a lot quicker. So I have no space left on the camera, so I'm gonna call it quits here. And yeah, if that helped you, drop a like. We'll catch you in the next episode. Peace.